This is the story of Martin Luther King Jr. We remember Martin Luther King Jr. during the time of the color green. Martin was born on January 15th, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. His mother and father called him Michael, after his father. But when he was 5 years old, his father decided to change their names to Martin Luther King, after the great German reformer from the 16th century by the same name. Martin Luther fought to make the world better, and so did they. Martin had an older sister and a younger brother, and every night his father, Daddy King, gathered the family for dinner at 6 p.m. And he would lead them in lively discussions about God and the world. Daddy King thought it was important to talk to his children about serious things, even when they were very young. They often talked about how all people should be treated with respect. Martin's mother also talked to the children about serious things. When Martin was just 6 years old, his best friend, who was white, told him that his parents said they couldn't play. Martin was confused. He was sad and angry. His mother gathered him in her lap and told him about slavery and prejudice, which is when someone doesn't like you just because of the color of your skin. She also told him about the places in the Bible where the people of God overcame slavery and prejudice. He could too. When Martin grew up, he became a Baptist minister like his father and his grandfather before. And he began to work to change things so that African Americans could be treated the same as everyone else. No one knew how change would come until one day in 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama. An African American woman decided not to give up her seat on the bus. Her name was Rosa Parks. And in those days, buses were divided. There were sections for white people, mixed sections, and sections for Black people. Rosa was seated in the mixed section when the bus driver told her and all the rest of the Black people to move to the back of the bus. Rosa would not move. She wasn't tired. She was just tired of giving in to unjust laws. She was arrested, and this made the African American people in Montgomery very angry. Martin helped the Black people of Montgomery fight back peacefully. They simply stopped taking the bus. This way, no one was hurt by fighting, and the bus company lost money. Black people walked to work for 381 days, sometimes many miles. And do you know what happened? The city changed the law that forced Black people to sit in the back. They could sit anywhere on the bus that they wanted to. This was the first of many peaceful protests Martin organized that changed America forever. Now, working for change is never easy. It takes great courage. Many people were mean to Martin and to his family. Someone tried to blow up his house. Many tried to scare them with their words, but also with knives and guns. Many Black people wanted to fight back, but Martin never gave in. He said peaceful actions will bring peaceful solutions. Even so, he was arrested and placed in jail 29 times for trying to change things by protesting against unjust laws. In 1963, a huge crowd of people came to Washington, D.C. to march for jobs and freedom. And that's when Martin made his most famous speech. He said, "I have a dream. I have a dream to remind people to be thankful to God and to work to make the dream of freedom come true." He said, "I have a dream that my 4 little black children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but instead by the content of their character." This was the year when he won the Nobel Peace Prize. He was only 34 years old. And the next year, the Civil Rights Act made much of his dream come true. But Martin kept on. He traveled the country working for change until one day in 1968, he was killed. He was in Memphis, Tennessee, working to organize another peaceful march. He was buried in Atlanta, where he was born. We remember Martin because of his dream that African Americans would be treated the same as everyone else, and because he courageously traveled everywhere to make this dream come true through peaceful protest. Now I wonder what part of Martin Luther King's story you like the best. I wonder what part is the most important part. I wonder what part of this story is about you. Or if you want to be part of any of this story. I wonder if we could leave any of the story out and still have all the story that we need. So much to wonder about. I wish you blessings as you wonder with your family about this story and all of the other ones. Amen.